recording.
Please do.
And Marshall, where are you on the list? Where did you move to? There you are.
Okay,
Okay, I'm going to make you host.
very good. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, thanks, Donna. All right, I have 6:30, so we shall open this meeting of the Ashburnham Conservation Commission in accordance with the Mass Wetlands Protection Act and the Ashburnham Wetlands Protection Bylaw and its rules and regulations. Kristen, welcome back. Hope all is well.
Yes, thank you. Hopefully she's sleeping.
It's a good time then. All right, we have a variety of things on the agenda tonight. The first of which is a continuation of a request for determination of applicability for 5 Stodge Road. The proposed work is for the installation of a replacement septic tank and pump system within the buffer zone of Stodge Meadow Pond. This is a project that has been on the book, so to speak, for several weeks, if not months, being delayed pending a determination from the Mass Natural Heritage Program, which was recently received. So with that, which indicated, by the way, that there was no impact to rare species associated with the project. I had indicated way back that, I personally had no questions, comments regarding the actual project. So I don't know if anybody else does or did or can remember way back when. Everything seemed rather, intact, including the erosion controls. So I'm inclined to just move forward and finally approve it.
I'll second.
All right,
Oh,
then.
well, we have to close the hearing first, don't we?
Well, yeah, and then, hearing no objection, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing for 5 Stodge Drive.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Marshall Dennis, aye.
Chris Spiconi, aye.
Kristen Godfrey, aye.
Andrew Henderson, aye.
It's your turn. All right, very good. Then I'll make a motion to issue a determination of applicability, basically a negative determination that it's within the commission's jurisdiction, but it will not adversely affect any protected resource.
Second that.
Okay. All those in favor, Marshall Dennis, aye.
Chris Spiconi, aye.
Kristen Godfrey, aye.
Andrew Henderson, aye.
Awesome. So after the long await, 5 Stodge Drive is finally ready to go. Unfortunately, it took an inordinate amount of time for the Natural Heritage Program to get back to everyone, but c'est la vie. It's done at last. So the next subject are, by the way, Chris, are you still in Florida?
Yeah, we can't get a flight out until Wednesday morning. So,
Jesus, what a shame.
well, it's kind of a pain to try to do your work from here, but
Well, I know, but
yeah. But
really,
places to get stuck. I agree.
all right. second on the list for tonight is also a continued notice of intent for Lot 511 Sunset Drive. The applicant, Susan T-Bolt, is filing for work consisting of clearing of a path to the lakeshore of Sunset Lake and clearing an area near the shore, the removal of trees, dock installation within the buffer zone. I don't know if anybody else had a chance to go look at it, but I did today. It was cold, but nonetheless. So anybody here to represent or discuss this particular?
Yeah, hi, Marshall. It's Fred Sellers from
Hi,
the
Fred.
Far Hills Association. How are
Yes.
you?
Good, thanks. Well, I took a look at it today, as I said. Allegedly the proposed pathway was to be, I'm reading the map that was included with the application. It was to be marked. I couldn't find any markings, but I did look at the proposed beach area and which they had cordoned off with string. And within the beach area, there's 5 trees to be removed, 3 hemlocks, which are like 2 to 3 inch DBH. It's a red maple, which is maybe 6, 7 inch DBH. And there's the infamous white pine, which is like 18 inch DBH, as they say, maybe 16, but nonetheless. They also denote on this plan a sapling cluster to be removed. And they've indicated, the applicant has indicated this is occurring, I'll say, as you look at the plan on the right-hand side of the white pine, when in fact, based on my observations, it's on the left-hand side of the white pine. Which, to my way of thinking, does not need to be cut at all. The white pine, in my estimation, doesn't also need to be cut, but given that it's depositing debris and sap on their boat, it's not the end of the world. So anyway, I can send you pictures later, but right now they've got the dock down there next to the lakeside. How they got it there is beyond me. It's big, massive. The shoreline there is rocky, and then it's about a 3-foot difference in elevation between the bottom of the shoreline and the top of the bank. So somehow, the dock is going to have to be, and no disturbance is proposed. So I'm assuming that they'll just put the dock out, which will somehow accommodate this 3-foot difference in elevation. They've proposed an 18-inch natural buffer, but actually they're at that location, there's kind of like a berm. You go up the bank and then there's an additional hump and then a flat area. So I would say that the natural area could be more like 3 feet, because 18 inches is hardly going to encompass the natural berm that's there now. So it should go at least extend behind the berm. And if all that area was made into sand and you left the berm and natural vegetation in place, it would preclude the erosion of the beach sand into the lake, because there'd be this natural, albeit cleared, but still naturally occurring area between the beach and the lake. And if they wanted to, besides the dock, if they wanted to gain access to the pond for, swimming or whatever, a set of stairs would not be out of the question, as opposed to grading something to create a pathway. That's the sum and substance of my observations. And again, no one here present to represent lot 511 Sunset Drive. Interesting. All right. Well, again,
Would we be able to continue since they're not here? I'd kind of like to hear their response to your ideas, and that would actually give me time to get out there.
yeah, I mean, I'm hesitant to,
Yeah.
mandate something without discussion.
Yeah.
Given that, I don't think what's being proposed is out of the question. We're talking about 2 to 3 inch hemlocks, 1 6-inch maple, and one 18-inch pine. Not the end of the world. However, I will note that, for the record, that some tree cutting, shrub cutting, sapling cutting has also taken place thus far, including along the banks of the brook, which of course is illegal. So why that happened, during the course or prior to applying for the permit, it's like, why bother when you're going through the process? Beyond me. So that's not gonna sing any Fifth Dimension songs, but it's like one less tree to cut. Okay. One less shrub to, okay, I'll stop.
Angel gets the reference. I can tell Angel.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I think that's a good idea. I think that, and that'll give me time to distribute the photos, and if one and all are back and feel like going out there. There's a sign that says lot 511 T-ball right on a tree by the side of the road. So you really can't miss it. So, all right, I'm going to make a motion then that we continue the public hearing for lot 511 Sunset Drive until such time as we can have the opportunity to address concerns with the applicant.
Second,
Okay, appreciate it. All in favor? Marshall Dennis, aye.
Kristen Godfrey, aye.
Chris Bocconi, aye.
Andrew Henderson, aye.
All right, thank you one and all, because again, it's kind of difficult to figure out exactly where the path is going to be, but I mean, I think that the primary concern is really, where the beach is and how many trees have to be cut and so forth. But again, I think it can be minimized, and not everything that they're proposing to be cut has to be cut in order to accomplish their goals. So, okay, so that will be continued to April 26th at 6:35. Okay. All right. 2 down. Next is an application. Requested determination of 48 Lakeshore Drive, proposed project is associated with the installation of a replacement septic system within the buffer zone of Lake Waitatic. Hi, Angel, how are you? In looking at the plan and as described in the application, the vast majority of the work is outside the 100-foot buffer zone. There's just some limited grading
That is correct.
near the house and garage. And this plan says new driveway. Is this like an old plan where the driveway has already been done?
The driveway is at that location. It always was at that location.
Yeah,
It's going to maintain in the location that it was. There's a garage at the end of the house,
right.
and the driveway is going to stay there. We showed the driveway and the grading fill that had to meet up to it. So it
Oh,
changed
I
its
see.
shape a little bit, coming in to accommodate the grading for Title V for the septic field.
Okay, so when it says new driveway, it's to accommodate the grading.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Is it a paved driveway now?
There is some asphalt on it. Yes, it's not in the best of conditions, but yes, it was paved with the previous owner.
Okay, and are they gonna pave it again or just leave it the way it is?
I could ask the owner of present is here now. Stephen, could you speak to that, please?
Yeah, I'll be paving it. It'll be paved and
Okay,
paved properly.
okay. Anyway, so there's a limited amount of, I'll call new driveway construction, but it's really new driveway paving within the 100-foot buffer zone. But for the most part, it's a very small area to be affected.
Correct.
So I take it this is going to be done as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, then. Anybody else have any questions, comments, concerns? Seems pretty straightforward.
Just
Go ahead.
a comment that it looks like, Angel, you had you got the abutters list, but we don't require that for determination of applicability anymore.
Yeah, I was
So
going
you can
to
save yourself some
point
work
that
next
out.
time.
Angel, it was nice of you to notify all the abutters, but per the revised regulations for RDAs, we don't need the abutters to be notified.
Awesome. Thank you.
So,
That'll save some time.
well, time and money.
Yes.
So, yeah. Anyway, that aside, I'm going to make a motion then to issue a determination. First of all, I'm going to make a motion to close the public hearing for 48 Lakeshore Drive.
I'll
Second.
second.
Okay. All those in favor, Marshall Dennis, aye.
Chris Bocconi, aye.
Kristen Godfrey, aye.
Andrew Henderson, aye.
All right, then I'll make a motion to close the, to issue a determination of applicability for 48 Lakeshore Drive, indicating that it is within the commission's jurisdiction, but it will not impact a protected resource area.
Second.
Thank you.
All those in favor, Marshall Dennis, aye.
Chris Bocconi, aye.
Kristen Godfrey, aye.
Andrew Henderson, aye.
All right, you are all set.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right,
Thank you.
Angel, take care. Yep. All right, we're cruising now. Next up is, hang on. an RDA filed by Pan Am Railways for verification of sensitive areas along the railroad right of way. This is kind of like a repeat of things we've seen before from Pan Am. And looking at the RDA, I don't know if you got copies, but in the back is a map indicating like that, indicating the areas where there are no spray zones and areas where there are restricted spray zones.
Sorry to interrupt, Marshall. I see an email from Ann O'Connor. She crashed and she's trying to get
Oh.
back into the meeting.
Hey, she crashed? Oh my God, can't have that. Ann O'Connor, admit. Bingo, thank you. I did, there she is.
There we go. Sorry, Ann, I just saw your email. I was going back to look for the PDF here and saw it in the email. I think she's there.
There
you
she
are.
is.
Yes, I'm back. Thank you. I didn't know how to reach anybody. I fell off.
Well, glad to have you.
Thanks.
So anyway, as we open this public hearing for Pan Am Railways, there's all of the alignment in Ashburnham, which is basically the big South Ashburnham loop. Is going to be treated. In some locales, only one side will be treated. In other locales, it's, as they say, a restricted treatment, which is, if I can find it. Yeah, it's a low pressure, less than 60 PSI foliar application. Again, it's just to maintain the right of way pursuant to the state pesticide application regulations, which is done, throughout the Commonwealth. And these are areas which we've previously looked at and acknowledged. So, any questions, concerns? All right, I'm going to make a motion then to close the public hearing for the RDA for Pan Am Railways for its vegetation management in South Ashburnham. All right, then
I'll second.
all those in favor of closing the public hearing? Marshall Dennis, aye.
Chris Bocconi, aye.
Kristen
Anna
Godfrey.
O'Connor, aye.
Awesome.
Andrew Henderson, I.
All right, then I'll make a motion to issue a determination of applicability, again stating that activities within the commission's jurisdiction, but will not impact regulated resource areas.
I'll second.
All in favor, Marshall Dennis, aye.
Chris Bocconi, aye.
Kristen Godfrey, aye.
Anna O'Connor, aye.
Don't hesitate.
Andrew Henderson, I.
Oh, okay, good. That takes care of Pan Am Railways. Now,
With your permission, I'm going to slip away since you have 4 here and I don't see my parents very often, if it's okay. I haven't seen them in over 1.5 years. So
whereabouts in Florida are you?
we're south of Naples, so near Marco Island, if you know that
Okay.
area. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, good for you.
So if it's
All right,
okay,
well-
we got enough people and we got through the hearing.
Yeah, no, we're set, so happy trails.
All right. I'll see you at the next one.
Yep.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, next on the line, Dominic, how are you?
I'm good, Marshall. How are you?
Good, thank you.
You guys moving right along tonight.
We,
Good.
hey, okay. I'm going to open the public hearing on the request for an extension for Billy Ward Pond for an order of conditions that was issued in 2018.
Correct.
Unfortunately, not too long ago, I sent an email to Kara.
Yep.
Which you may or may not have seen. Again, I don't have the file in front of me. Getting into town hall is somewhat a bit awkward these days.
Sure.
Well, my understanding was, based on some personal notes I have, was that it was a 5-year order. Is that not right?
Oh, well, I have the order. I have it open. Let's see if I can see if that was a condition.
Yes, it is. It is a 5-year order, Dominic. This is Bruce Cook. I'm the president of the Pond Association, Billy Ward Pond. I'm
Hi, Bruce.
listening in. So,
Bruce, how are you? Good to
oh,
see you.
thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No.
But yes,
I'm glad you did.
yes, it is a 5-year order that we received with our previous application. Dominic deals with multiple lakes.
Yeah.
He may not have quite all the information, right at his command about our specific pond. Yes.
Yes, I apologize. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'm sorry that we requested this prematurely. So I'm glad to hear it, though. But
Well, yeah,
my apologies for
like I said to Sarah, that, or Kara rather,
Kara.
that, if we couldn't confirm it tonight, then, we could continue it with, and there'd be no adverse effect one way or the other on future activities. But given that, the commission here is receiving confirmation on 2 fronts that, again, I apologize,
Yeah.
I don't have the file, but you do, and you're confirming that it's a 5-year order, and you're good for another couple of years.
All right, then. Well, I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. And thank you for bringing that to our attention.
No,
We're good to go.
Yeah. So, so you just, the order was for drawdown and treatments, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's always nice to talk with you folks, but, we'll see you on another lake and another date.
All right. Very good. Well, you have a good night, folks.
All
Thank
right,
you.
you too, Bruce.
All
Thanks for chiming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Dominic, and thank you, our committee members. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Take care, folks.
Anytime. Good. All right. Awesome. All right. Where's my? All right, I have two additional items for tonight. One is approving the minutes of March 8th, which I did distribute, not quite a month ago. And the other one is a rather more sensitive matter, which is a request for an extension of an order of conditions that was issued also in 2018 to a Paul Hool. For 74 Lakeshore Drive. Rich received a request for an extension on April 27th or April 26th, March 26th, I'm sorry. And in reality, per the issuance date of the order, the expiration date was April 19th. So he missed the request by 7 days. Mr. Houle did. However, in his correspondence with both Rich and me, he's indicated that there was a misunderstanding on his part, wherein he believed that the quote date of issuance was the date on which the order was recorded at the Registry of Deeds, which he did on June 12th, 2018. So when he submitted his request for an extension, he was, in his mind, well within the 30-day period prior to the expiration of the order. There are other, circumstantial things that are going on in his life, which has, I guess, I won't say in part, but or even played a role, but again, he was of the belief that the issue date was something other than what it actually was. However, for the record, per his correspondence, his wife has been in and out of UMass Hospital since July of 2020 with severe bacterial infections. I have been occupied with her home care as well as my special needs son. I have complied with all town requirements as records will show, as well as contacting the town on my obligations. You can contact Rick Metcalf from Neshoba Associated Board of Health to confirm that he's been complying with all other requirements, such as they may be. So, given all of that, for the record, I wrote him and I said I would bring this before the commission for their consideration, with the acknowledgement that, technically speaking, it's not within the 30-day date of issuance per the order, but it is within his perceived date of issuance. Otherwise, I think logically he would have reacted and filed earlier. So it's really up to the commission at this point whether or not we want to acknowledge the misunderstanding and proceed to issue an extension, albeit technically 7 days late, or whether we want to, stick with the rules and regs as they are and require that another notice of intent be submitted, which, quite honestly, is not going to make for a happy camper. Let's put it that way, given everything else that he's experiencing and has been experiencing. So, my personal opinion is to let it ride and issue the extension.
I'm totally with you on that. Sounds like he made an honest mistake and he's got enough on his plate without worrying about it 7 days late.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
That was, well, I appreciate your concurrence, and I think it will be a big, burden off his mind that he can devote his attention to better where it's deserved. So, all right then. Given that, I'm going to make a motion to we'll first close the public hearing on the request for an extension for 74 Lakeshore Drive.
Second,
All those in favor, Marshall Dennis, aye.
Dan
Kristen
O'Connor,
Ghost.
aye. We're messed up because that was what Chris and I worked out. He'd
No, I
take
know,
notes and I'd
I'm
do
making
second.
everybody all out of sync now.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Someone didn't let me in.
Andrew Henderson, I.
All right, then I'll also make a motion to issue the extension for 74 Lakeshore Drive as discussed.
Second,
All right, all in favor, Marshall Dennis, aye.
Dan O'Connor, aye.
Kristen Godfrey, aye.
Andrew Henderson, I.
All right, thank you very much. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear it. And last but not least, then is the minutes of March 8th, which I did send out a while back, and nobody has any questions, comments, whatever. I'm going to make a motion to approve the minutes of March 8th as written.
Can we do that? Because we don't have the same three people here who were there that night, unless Andrew was in.
That's a good point. I shouldn't have let Chris go just to see his parents, you know. Sorry, but Jesus.
Oh, you
Okay,
froze up again.
no, so it's not a big deal. This will give me time to prep up the minutes from the 22nd meeting. We'll do it all at once next time. How's that?
Second,
Consider it done. Okay. So how's everybody else? Spring has sprung, you know? I don't know about you, but I'm tired of raking the lawn.
my mother's telling me it's gonna snow this week, so don't get premature with the raking.
Jeez, you know, I within the last couple of weeks, I've finally cashed in my 15-year-old pickup with plow and purchased a new used pickup with plow, 10 years younger. So not me, the plow and truck. So, hey, if it snows, it'll give me a good chance to test out the new rig.
The silver lining.
Which is already in the shop because the mirror broke. But anyway, I'm holding them to the lemon law requirements. Anyway, Kristen, glad to have you back, as I said.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Barring anything else, we will do it all again on April 26th at 6:30 with somewhat of a clean slate.
All right, a second motion to adjourn.
Wow, 7:08, almost a record.
Almost.
All right. I think that was the second right there. So, all right, we will adjourn at whatever, 7:08, 7:09, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.
Okay, good to see everyone.
Have a
Indeed.
great night, guys.
Okay, you too. Thank you. Good night.